When you have them in there, do you or your employees try to instill in them something that they can do at home, that
Yeah.
this is the beginning of a new ritual or habit? And what can they do when they do get home to continue on this self-care process on a daily basis?
I'll have what she's having.
Welcome to another edition of
She talks confidence.
Podcast.
Welcome back. This is the She Talks Confidence podcast. It's Tony, as usual, and another fantastic. I can't wait to get into this because she talks a lot about balance and ritual and self-care, as well as being confident and being a successful businesswoman. So it's Nuttha Goutier. Nuttha, how are you?
I feel excellent. I'm very honored to be here and excited for our conversation.
There's so much to talk about. So let's jump into it. So you are, just to give everybody a heads up in terms of what you do and where you have come from, you are the CEO of Sabai Thai Spa, and you guys have a new number of locations now, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
up in Canada, and I think are there any in the US now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so in Canada, you typically speak on heritage-driven branding for wellness and hospitality. You're the founder, and you bring a heritage-forward approach and results-driven leadership to wellness branding based upon your own personal experience. You mentor women in terms of creating their own companies and moving forward in self-branding, because self-branding, obviously, for any woman, it's
Yeah.
extremely important. What I would like to talk about today is something that you talk about and you live. You are the embodiment of this. It's about our modern approach to self-care, and you feel as though it's broken, and how Thai traditions offer a more sustainable path, and what simple practices any woman can do to integrate into their life to feel nourished rather than depleted. And I think, given confidence and given success, it really does start with self-care, doesn't it? So can you talk about that, and also how you got to be where you are at now, from literally living with in a bamboo shack in Thailand?
Yes. For what I'm coming from, if we bring it back, I'm not confident before, right? I did not know who I am. I can't find identity as a woman. I feel like I'm the failure, and it's
Mhm.
just so many things that you go into it. And then after you look back and gone to a lot of things, and then very important to for every woman out there, take care of yourself. Give the moment, learn to reconnect to yourself. As soon as you reconnect to yourself, you will identify who you are. You'll find your identity and believe in yourself. Like
Mhm.
believe, like even no one believe in you, you believe in yourself. Just
Mhm.
your belief is so strong that will give you your purpose, your passion, and then whatever you do, you just get going with your persistence, and then you will achieve. And then mainly for me, it just gratitude, just what I coming from. I always bring those back because I always, when I was a kid, we so poor. We grow up in a small village. We have nothing in a whole family. We might have 20 bucks in a whole family, like
Mhm.
literally, like nothing. We eat very small amount. One fish, we share whole family. One small meat, a piece
Mhm.
of meat that we get, like whole family eat it. Like not Western, we get giant steak for one person.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's slightly different. And I always it's always thinking like, why I born so poor, right? It's got, I sit in the back of the in the rice field and tapioca with my dad. Like, I wish I were born with somewhere richer, better parents, stuff like that. And just, I always thinking that I'm not good enough. My family is poor. So always find a different way. But, more I grow up, more I go to different things, learn different things in life. Many years went by and actually look back. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can go anywhere you want to be. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you achieve or everything like that. Is the most important is it's your heart and your mind. If your heart and mind is your mental space are healthy
Mhm.
and your well-being, it's the most important thing because that is it's a little happiness. It's not about how much money I get. Like even I eat this little piece of steak that we have to share the whole family or the one tiny fish and things like that with the food that we barely have any food to eat. But
Mhm.
When I look back, we laugh so much. We have so much fun. Even the whole village that I grew up, most of them don't even have $20. But the community, the people get together, they support each other in between the family. We working in the farm. Even the kid have to go to work in the farm. We planting rice. I planting rice quite a young age. We work all day. The
Mhm.
sun is very hot and the reflection from the water and bending down every day, carry heavy stuff. All those work are hard work, but it doesn't feel hard work. Even me and my dad, we sell the tapioca. We carry about 2 tons a day of tapioca, just me and my dad.
Wow.
But I did not feel that hard work. And then my dad did put the word such hard work doesn't feel heavy when you carry your heart. And then I didn't get that, that when at quite a young age. But now when I go to a lot of life, done in so many business and look back where I'm coming from, people work so hard in the day. But during those days, people would sing a song. We never learned how to sing. People make a poem, make a joke, the back and forth, throw the mud on each other. In end of the day, we cover with mud and dirt. People show up for each other. If you want to build a house, a bamboo house, whatever, it take a day to build. 50 people in the village will show up. Man will show up with the hammer. The woman will show up with the food and whatever they have in the farm. And same thing with how it your season of the rice field, the
Mhm.
corn or tapioca and longgong, whatever. People just show up and helping you. Is what I stuck a lot that what I see and what we missing in this world here. It just whatever you do is just living alone is not as fun. It's not as meaningful or wealth of the living. I think a real wealth is not, oh, I'm gonna make a lot of money and I'm gonna make myself happy. It's the happiness. It's just being kind to the people next to you or the person next village. Whatever for us, it's just from a village, and then we're helping the next village,
Mhm.
and that is so rich of the happiness. People more joy, more fun, even we have nothing, right? What we forgot here is we. That's why so many times I call it first world problems. We
Yeah,
have a
total
lot.
first world problems, right? Yeah. You know what's fascinating
Yeah,
to me is it was such a gift to really grow up that way, wasn't it? I know you feel that way, that it really was a gift because
I
what
did
your
not
dad
feel that way before.
not at the time, but looking back,
Yeah,
it seems like
yeah, okay.
because it created such a grounding and a real perspective on
Yeah,
importance and also we're going to talk about self-care too, so that the rituals and taking care of yourself and being in balance. And I know that traditional Thai medicine, like I talked about before the
yeah,
show, is about balance, the earth, wind, fire, and water, to create a level of balance. It's interesting to take all of that you learned and then to go to Canada or the Western world and then individualistically, and it really doesn't have any of those things. Then using what you learned in Canada to create a successful business. The first thing that comes to mind is when you talk to Canadian women or American women
yeah,
that didn't have that growing up, that perspective at all, that rich,
yeah.
grounded perspective. Is there anything that you can do or anything when you maybe you mentor somebody that you do to get them into a space that is relatively similar to that? Is there any way to give them that perspective to start from there?
Yeah, usually when I talk to any other woman, I just said everybody talk about problem. It's no solution, right? Everybody just complain, and then the complaint doesn't bring you anywhere better. You only make you feel worse. How about if we look at it? You can complain while you're complaining it. Let observe what you're thinking, what observe how you're feeling. And then when you're done with that, acknowledge it. And then let's find what can I do with this problem? Because any problem has solution. And what can you do to find that solution? And what can you change that? If we
Mhm.
stuck to the problem, we stuck to the past and everything, and then we always have to learn to acknowledge. That's okay. Nobody perfect. The only thing we can do is what can we do at the moment? Okay, if we acknowledge now I'm getting angry, I get mad, I get sad, I get depression, anxiety, whatever we all in now. My life is terrible. My life is just so many things
Mhm.
that we think of. Usually those things is just a thought, right? It's just what we're making up. And that actually after you have all those thoughts, it's okay to have those thoughts. We cannot control our thought anyway. But only thing we can do is acknowledge that, okay, I'm going to let go, acknowledge, let it go. Don't try to stop it. That's it. Let your thought go by and then acknowledge. After you acknowledge, okay, solution. And after you find solution, what can I be grateful for, gratitude, and then enjoy that moment? What can I find joy? Okay. And now you change the way you're thinking. And now you go, okay, actually, there's no problem at all. Actually, none of them are a problem. We just make it up in our own head.
Sometimes people identify with the problems. Their identity is there's always an issue to deal with. It keeps them busy. It keeps their
It's
mind
a
busy. It doesn't give them an opportunity to grow or to expand or to take a step outside. A lot of people are scared of expanding and scared of being themselves and moving forward and trying something different and being an entrepreneur. They're scared about it because the unknown. And it's a lot easier to go every day focusing on complaining or focusing on a problem that never goes away instead of freeing up that space to allow yourself to create and to expand.
Yeah.
And that brings me to how did you make that huge transition from simple, grounded living into a successful business owner with multiple spas in the area?
I did not think about business from beginning. When I started, I just start from with the heart. I just come to the Western and I just see the lifestyle here, the living, just the way people thinking, and just like we really need to create a something that people can experience the journey, to create a space that people can reconnect to themselves and then to feel balance and the healing. And if I can create those space, but that's only that's the beginning when I just
Mm,
thinking about just the vision that I want people to experience and the journey, like a whole journey for the customer, the whole journey for the staff that people come here. I want people to feel belonging, to reconnect and feel transport that they've been to Thailand without getting on airplane. They can experience that. We teach about people like self-care, do yoga, go for a walk, get massage, and reconnect to yourself and to make yourself feel grounded. It's just
mhm,
grounded and contentment. I think it's mainly just we want to feel contentment. People don't really talk about this word, but contentment is just you just feel grounded, you feel happy,
mm,
you can enjoy the moment. That mainly thing I just want people to learn, to experience, to enjoy the moment that every step they come in this to spa. And then the first location open and then people just love it and they just we want more of this and we want more and more of the Sabai everywhere. And then that's when I start to expand. It just from what people need. It's not from the business because I don't have the business degree and business background. I didn't even
mhm,
go to school.
mhm,
And then
mhm.
just doing what people need it. That's what the market need.
Yeah, I think that's such a great lesson is the fact that really came from who you are. And it came from
Yeah.
you being able, because of the way that you grew up and the experience that you had, to be able to see what is needed. I think a lot of people
Mm.
cloud their mind with all the stuff that's going on instead of just sitting back and taking a breath and being an observer of all of the patterns and the systems that are going on around them. And I
Yeah.
love the fact that because you wanted to give that to other people. You what you have and what you know works. You wanted to offer that and create value in other people's lives. And so you that's where everything started. It didn't start I want to make $1 million. What can I do? It started with,
Nothing.
this works for me and man, look at all these people are in their head. They're a mess. And I can provide something that's going to be able to ground them and create a level of self-care and good rituals and
Yeah.
habits. And I just love that's like the perfect recipe for success, don't you think? That's just fantastic. And then it just grows on its own because it has intrinsic value. I just love that. And speaking of self-care, as you get to Canada, and Canada's even like way chiller than the US. We're a mess
Yeah.
here. We're an absolute dumpster fire down here of anxiety. And even
Yeah.
in Canada, which I love Canada and I love Canadians because 'cause they're just the best. But you saw that was a need. Can you talk about the essence of self-care and rituals and habits and what would be a good way to start that, and what are some of the components of that?
You have to put your own mask first before you kid. Max, the same thing is one here. You have to take care of yourself first. And that means you, example, if you get a massage, do 5 minute meditation every day, go for a walk and things like that. You're going to become a better mom, better dad, better coworker, better partner, is better team player because you're in a better space. And then you feel more calm. When you feel more calm, you become more gentle and then more kind. And that you spread that out to the person next to you. And when you feel better, your body feel better. You don't get headaches. Your production at work are better. Your body not achy and pain and frustration and your anxiety increase. And this one, your anxiety reduce and your stress reduce. And that is what help you to become a better person. If you're a better person, better version of yourself, you help your people close to you and the community and everywhere you go. That's why for me, bring me back to Thailand,
Mhm.
where I grew up. Even we poor, we have no money, as self-care is still primary of us that we always using herbal compress or herbal steam, and then the food intake, and also we treat our mind as well. We do meditation, we do everything, and we learn how to get ourselves to contentment and
Mhm.
then extend, and then that is a daily routine, a practice become just norm. It's normal, right? That we need to do that. And also self-care, our body is very important. We need to care for our body. We have to eat healthy, thinking good, eating good, and then take care of body that you feel good and do anything preventative, right? We can do anything that we
Mhm.
can to not to go to doctor at
Y
early, right? If we take care ourselves, what we believe in Eastern is if we take care ourselves, we will generate a longevity. And our life is a journey, and everybody come here in a life, and then eventually will be gone. And for us, we see is during this journey, how long would you like to live? During those when you have your life, how you want to live them. You want to live with suffer, achy and pain and stress, or
Mhm.
you can enjoy your journey with calm moment and then more clear and just better version, more kind. It's a journey. It's not perfect, but at least we take the time, take the moment. That moment that you take for yourself, the people around you will get more benefit for it.
Yeah, it's not
That's
even for
why
you,
really
it's just
important.
right, and it's for people around you too, so yeah, don't be selfish, right? Go get some
Yeah.
self-care, right? It's selfish to not to self-care. I find it fascinating that if you put those 2 things on paper, the rush, the anxiety, the 8 cups of coffee a day, the comfort eating, the drinking versus the self-care, meditation, calmness, contentment, on paper, 100% of women would go, "Oh, I want this." The
Yeah.
self-care, the contentment, the chill, the right but yet they
Yeah.
automatically go for the other side all the time.
That's
It's
right.
right? It's just it's mind-boggling to me. When women come into your spa, they are consciously choosing an hour or so to pamper themselves. That's how the spa mentality is, right? It's a pampering. Instead of being a daily ritual or something that is
Yeah.
needed, really. It's more of
Yeah.
an extra or a bonus. When they come in and they're there for that hour or so, and you go through all of these things, and then they go home and they don't integrate any of those things. When you have them in there, do you or your employees try to instill in them something that they can do at home, that
Yeah.
this is the beginning of a new ritual or habit? And what can they do when they do get home to continue on this self-care process on a daily basis?
People will go once a year on my anniversary or my birthday. And also, people feel guilty here.
Yeah,
That's what I learned. They're like,
yeah.
what? What? People feel guilty to take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
And then,
exactly.
but
Great point. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's
it's
crazy.
crazy to think that way, but everybody think that way in here.
Yeah,
Because in where I grew up, take care of yourself, self care is the responsibility. Is
yeah.
that we take care of yourself. We do not feel guilty.
Mhm,
And that is very hard to change the way people thinking in here. That's why my mission and vision come in. Okay, I need to change the way people thinking here because
mhm,
take care of yourself is not guilty. It's responsibility that you need to care for yourself. You don't feel guilty about it. And then we get people who come in weekly. We have so many convert. A lot of people come weekly routine to get a massage in a spa. I said, massage is not pampering. It's
mhm,
part of ritual, part of self care. It's the routine. become, it's like you go to the gym, you go to brush your teeth, massage is part of your routine. And that people come every week. Sometimes people come every twice a week. And then when they come in, we have people that high executive that said, wow, I survive my job throughout the week because of your spa. I come every Monday before I go to work because my work is so much brain work and just over stress. And then because of you, company is able to get me through the week. People alone never take care of themselves and then come in, they're tearing and crying. I said, are you okay? What are we doing here? I said, no, I'm just feel so good that I never care for myself. And then to just
Yeah.
crying, just thank you. The offering is something that I never know that what we need. There's a lot of people here, we don't know what they need. That's what we in the Western here. We just don't see it. But
No,
eventually we'll catch up.
I hope so. With more people
Yeah.
like you out there, I think that I certainly hope that's the case in integrating it into just the normal. And so what can somebody do? They go to a spa, they
Yeah.
pamper themselves, but they go and they do what they should be doing. When they get home and they're not at the spa, what can they do
Yeah.
on a daily basis? What's a good like beginning or starter ritual or habit that they can do to start this process of self-care?
What we do in Thailand too, we do meditation, right? Meditation is part of self-care as well. It's for mind, right? Mind, body, and spirit. We need to feed your mind and spirit as well. To be able to treat your mind and body and mind and spirit is meditation, the calm moment, that moment that you have for yourself. It don't need to be long. If you're not able to do a long chunk, it's 1 minute. Start with 1 minute. Start with 3 breaths a day. And then you increase to be 5 breaths a day. And then 10. And then 1 minute, 5 minutes. Before you start the day, today I feel gratitude. I be thankful that I have another day of my life here. And then now your day here is your day, is the beginning of the day. Next hour, next 2, 3 hours, your future. Now you can choose your future. That's talking about past, present, and future. At the end of the day, we are in control how we're gonna feel throughout the day. Today, if you go choose to work, I'm gonna do my best, just feel good and joy about what you do. Like I'm gonna do the best. Whatever, be grateful, thankful. So many people complain about the job, the company. Like I don't like my job. I hate my job. How about you looking? How about you have another shot? Okay, start with I like my job. I like because I get paid. I like because they pay for my benefit. I like it because I able to do this and that. You do that, and now you take away of hate out of your mind right from beginning. And now you like, I like my job. I'm going to go to work today. I'm going to be the best productive as I can. And now you set the tone for the day. The same thing with the self-care and the people around me. I'm going to smile everyone that I see today. And then even you smile, you don't know the other person, how they gone through the day. Your
Yeah.
smile might make the day for the other person because
Mm,
that person, oh my God, the whole world just crashed on me. But the person smile or
mhm,
say something nice. We choose only have a good thinking. We only selecting what go into our brain and what we select what we're going to say. If we just only say something nice, if you don't have something nice to say, just don't say them.
mhm.
Just it start your day like that, and then you do just even 5 minutes. Try to find a moment for yourself to think, and then feel gratitude and just like how I'm going to be today.
Everybody should take the last 2.5 minutes and just put it on a loop and just listen to that every morning because you hit on so many things and they're so easy to implement. They really are. It's not that tough to take. I do 5 minutes every morning. And
Yeah,
the thing I tell my clients is that the first thing I ask them is, where is your cell phone at night? Where do you put it? Oh, by my bedside. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Oh, I pick up my phone. Do not
yeah,
do that. Not only is it just
yeah,
part of a habit thing, it's a dopamine push at the beginning and it messes y'all up. So instead of doing
yeah,
that would be a great time to do the breath exercise, the meditation. I just do 5
yeah,
minutes. People think meditation is some yogi in a corner levitating. It has nothing to do
no,
with that. It just has everything to do
yeah,
with centering yourself and just and being present in that particular moment. Also, you talk about gratitude, which is huge. If you follow that with, I'm grateful for everything I have. I'm not ungrateful
yeah,
for what I don't have. That's the
yes,
reframing because you can look at life any way you want. We don't have a lot of control
yeah,
in the
yeah,
world that we have. We really don't. The only thing we
yeah,
really do have control of is our thought process and our feelings. That's what
yeah,
we have in our locus of control.
Yeah.
So if you go to the beach, wouldn't you be looking out at the beach versus looking at the dumpster in the parking lot? Why would you go to the beach and
Yes.
look at the dumpster in the parking lot? That's always the
Yeah.
analogy that I give. So you've got meditation, you've got gratitude, and then you've got looking at it from the perspective of, I'm going to make this the best possible day that I can. I'm going to look at things
Yeah.
from that perspective, which is reframing. And I just love that. And
Yeah.
those 3 things, if everybody just does those 3 things, the world would be so
Um,
much of a better place, don't you think?
It is actually very easy and simple to do. The same thing I tell a lot of other women when I mantra, I just every morning do the same thing before you get up. Do, your breath work, 5 breath work.
Mhm.
If that's too short, you can just do the breath work and then get up. When you get up, look at yourself in the mirror and smile. You are awesome. I'm so good. I could look and smile, and then I have another day here. I'm so lucky to be here on earth that I can change anything in the day to day. It's good. Every power is in me. And that's it. And now you go in after that. You don't touch the phone. The same, you can take it with you, but don't open anything.
Yeah.
And then just go in whatever you like. For me, I like to do yoga, meditation and yoga in the morning or the gym or something. I like to put an hour. If I don't have an hour, even 20 minutes, I just go in and have that moment, the calm, quiet moment. It's just you, and then you set the tone for the day. And now everything come in hard in the day, you can handle it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you're working, it's many things coming away. And then the truth is, what I tell people is, we'll go difficult day, hard time, good time. There's so many times, some moment you feel suffer, you feel fearful, or you feel anything. And that is just a moment. And that moment will pass. Just always remember that. That
Always
is
remember
just a
that.
moment.
Yeah, yeah, the storm will always pass. From a philosophical perspective, it's the life experience versus your life, right? So the life experience are
Yeah.
just the day-to-day things that happen, but that's not who you are and that's not your life. I just
Yeah.
love that. Thank you so much, Nuda. That was fantastic. This is my passion, the
Yeah.
self-care and the grounding, and I get so jazzed talking about it, and I really
Well,
appreciate
yeah.
that. Again, like I said, if you just go back a few minutes ago and take what Nuda said, the 2.5 minutes that she talked about, start your day to end the day, and just play that over and over every day. And that's all you'll need to do for the rest of your life. And you'll be grounded and you'll be fired up, especially
Yeah.
from somebody here who came from literally nothing and understands what it takes to live that life every single day and to be
Yeah.
successful as well. It's not a mutually exclusive thing. You can be successful as well as be grounded.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
there you
You
go.
can.
So, thank you. So, can you tell everybody where to get a hold of you and what you have to offer?
Yes, you can get a hold of me. I'm very active on my LinkedIn, Nuttha. Last name is Goutier on my LinkedIn. On my website, by franchise.com or sabaithais.com on my legal website as well.
Perfect. And then you're offering franchise opportunities, right, for the Sabai Thai Spa?
Yes, I just offered last year, and that's another thing too. Like literally, okay, what can I do? What's the thing about the life journey? I live for
Yeah.
life, the journey, gone through a lot, and then okay, what can I leave behind? What can I do to help more people to become more healthy? And
Mhm.
I just decide to offering the franchising that people can experience Sabai Thai Spa in their own community, and then whatever we go everywhere, same thing with the community. We helping a lot. We get into the local school, local sport, local community. Everything you do, same thing with massage. Every massage, we planting tree. Every product that we sell, we planting kelp. And that is just like I think every business we should give back and make the impact for what we do and do something that's meaningful, that leave something behind for the next generation and make the world a better place. I do my part.
100%.
Now
Yeah,
yours to
right.
do your part.
Yeah, exactly. And I just love that. And I'm sorry, I was gonna mention the fact that you guys do give to planting trees and planting kelp and for sustainability as a portion of what you make. So that's just I love that so much. It's just
I
giving back
love
and creating a
nature.
legacy.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
right? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
yeah,
love
that
nature so much. Yeah.
yeah, I just love it.
I
Thank you,
think
Nudist.
if you do that, it just to the tree is we get less and less than if I plant my part and if someone else can plant it, and then next generation can experience natural tree, forest, and things like that.
Yeah.
That
And
that
that's the
I
perspective that comes from self-care and grounding. That right?
Yes.
That's what because everything opens up and everything becomes makes sense, right? The connection to nature, the connection to
Yeah.
everything. It just starts to make sense instead of being on the hamster wheel of
Yeah.
anxiety and day-to-day survival. It's not a survival thing. It's just an acceptance and a living thing. Nuda, thank
It's
you
a
so
choice.
much. It is. It
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
a choice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And make the choice. We're waiting. Just make the choice. Thanks, Nuda. I appreciate it.
Yes.
And for me, it's theconfidencedoc.com. If you want to get a hold of me, it's Tony at the Confidence Doc. Anything that Nuda said in terms of her where to get a hold of her, I will have in the show notes. And so you don't have to worry about that. Just go to the show notes and you can click on and get to her. Hope things are good. And I will talk to you later.